Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, it's Sunday afternoon. I thought I'd make some content for everybody. It's been a very busy weekend, and I haven't had a chance to come out here and really do any content because one of two things. Okay, two things. Two or three things. Whatever. Anyways, it's been very hot. It's gotten pretty warm pretty fast. So by the time I'm usually up and about and cleaned up and ready to make some content, it's already pretty warm out in the time cave, and I'm just like, no. And then by the time I'm, free in the evening to make some content, then I'm too tired because we were busy all day, and then the heat always makes me tired, more tired, and then I have dinner and then I pass out. So, it's just what it is. But the summer months definitely takes a lot out of me. I find it very difficult to be very productive with a lot of things because of the heat. When it's topping out at 100 degrees and it finally starts to cool down after sundown down to like a reasonable temperature, then yeah, it's sad. But oh well, I have energy now, and it's Sunday afternoon. It's not nearly as hot today as it was yesterday and the day prior. So let's get the ball rolling here, shall we? All right, I have some nice Oliver Twist. I believe it's Peter Stokkebye, but it's really tasty. I really like this stuff, and I'm going to definitely get some more of it from a more local tobacconist over in Glendora. Right on. What's up? Neighbor. Anyways, we got this burning, and we have a few other things to burn as well. Now, the lantern that I got in Visalia, I wanted to showcase that a little bit more. This is a really nice lantern. I love the dome top fount. Now check this out. See some similarities? This is the Norlay Diamond, and this is made by Embry as well. And it has very similar features with the subtle domed, no ridge fount with a subtle step fount on the skirt. Now this one is similar, but it doesn't have the steps in the skirt. It has a traditional Embry cap. This one has a recessed cap. Brass, and that's steel. That could be the original cap, but it might not be. Of course, the copper versus steel fount is definitely a difference, but whatever. This smoke bell has these nice, elegant steps. This one has steps, but they're slightly different. And, well, the other main thing is the glow plate is a different glow plate. It has a higher shelf where the vent holes are to deflect fresh air up towards the globe, and this one does not have that feature. So it's interesting that they're both made by Embry. They're both identical in size. This one has a different chimney. This one's more rounded, but they still have the cupcake little tab on the top, the little finger pull. Both have the cupcake Embry finger pull. Air tubes are essentially the same. Lift levers the same. Cross wire guards are the same. There's a lot of similarities, but they're both jobbers. This one's definitely a little fancier, but it's a Norlay Diamond. It is branded for the Norvell Shapley Hardware Company of St. Louis, Missouri, and this one has no hardware markings on it at all. It says nothing of what store it was sold at. So I would imagine that maybe some department store or some smaller chain ordered these, and they didn't want to have their name branded on it, or they couldn't afford to, so they just had 360 Supreme or Special. It says Special in there. But that's embossed. The only markings on this lantern are right there on the front of the fount, nothing else. But it is a great lantern, and it burns very nice, actually. Well, let's light it. and I'll demonstrate. Let it warm up. Nice. That's a good burner. It's elegant. That's a good looking lantern. I like this one. I'm a sucker for an Embry. I really am. I like it. All right, now another lantern. Yeah, another lantern. This one I got in the mail. I won the auction prior to our little trip to Visalia. But it just came about the middle of last week. I think it came on Wednesday. Actually Tuesday. It came Tuesday. And let me tell you, this thing's amazing. This is a ham new style. Now, right around 1911, 1912, CT Ham and Dietz offered a squat globe. And this was one of the first large squat globe lanterns that was introduced by either company. Now, of course, they're similar because they are both in stiff competition. CT Ham wanted to be the best, and they were very good. They had great products, and they had great quality. But they mimicked each other quite a bit. And it's funny because most people that imitated Dietz usually got into a legal battle with copyright infringements, but it's also hilarious that some of the patents that CT Ham had, Dietz used. But anyways, this is a great piece, and one of the you'll understand this. Those collectors out there that have either a CT Ham new style like this, understand it's hard to find one without damage, especially to the crown. The crown and chimney is in pretty good shape. There's no bashes. They usually are crumpled and crunkled and pretty beat up. This one, of course, has the Ham Light logo on the top. And it's just amazing. It's really good. And the patina on this is fantastic. I love this thing. Now, how you start this, how you light one of these guys, it's funny because it actually is more steps to lighting a lantern than, say, that Embry back there. Not just simple lever down, up, light, and go. And they're about the same period as well. The side lift design came out right around 1900, late 1890s. You know, like the Dietz Blizzard or number 2 Cold Blast or whatever. But anyways, why they did this is interesting to me, and I'll show you. Okay, so what you do, see that lever? That lever right there? Yeah. Way up there, that's why they call them a top lift. So you press down on this, and then your chimney goes up, okay? Next, you tip your globe back, way back. Now your burner. Now, these burners are unlike most burners on any tubular lantern that most of us have. It's kind of recessed. It's a machine fit, really is, and it's a bayonet style lock. So you insert it and lock it into place, and it works good. But the problem with this design is most times people find them, and the lantern can be in good condition, maybe some surface rust, but that thing is frozen in there solid with rust because there's a lot of contact area, and if any moisture gets in there, it will seize it up, and it'd be very difficult to get it out there. Some people have spent months soaking those with either liquid wrench or PB Blaster or some other concoction to loosen the rust and free the burner. It's very difficult. Luckily, this is in perfect shape. It has very low miles on it. It looks like it's been cared for. So I'm very lucky in that respect. So we will light it. So you'll turn up your wick just a little bit, just a touch, you know. Of course, grab a match, very important. Come on. strike anywheres. So you'll take your match, have your hand on the globe, okay? All right, and put your globe back in position, and then you lower the chimney, and you put it back in place, and then you have a lit lantern, and it's burning just fine. Does that look easy? I don't think so. It looks like a lot of work. Well, here's the funny thing, friends. It was. Well, on paper, it looked great. And maybe it was like, oh, I could just tip the globe back so I could either trim the wick before every light or whatever. You know, the designers had a reason. And it looked good on paper. And as we all know, sometimes in the consumer world, companies are so competitive, they want to have a new design at any cost. And that they will design something that's revolutionary and so new, that's actually a bad design. Because that design is a pain in the neck. There's worse things to do, of course, but that's an extra step. You're lifting the chimney. The globe is staying in place. You have to hold it back, light it, put it back, then lower. Sometimes being new and advanced comes at a cost. It leaves eggs on your face. And that happened because this design was short-lived. By 1913-14, to my understanding, the number 2 size squat globe lantern went to a standard side lift design. For Dietz, it became the D-Light, which was originally the Wizard, which was a side lift standard design, about 1913-14, right around there. And then they discontinued their D-Light top lift and then renamed the Wizard D-Light. And then they they came along with a smaller cold blast squat globe, which was the Little Wizard, which came around about 1917-16, somewhere around there, during the First World War. So this is a very short-lived design. Now CT Ham, of course, went under in 1914-1915 because Charles Ham's son, who was running the company after his death, his son passed away in 1914, if I remember correctly. And so when CT Ham went under, then Dietz bought all the tooling and bought out the name and everything, and they consumed them and continued with a few lanterns that were still mostly CT Ham. They just wanted to get rid of the stock. So yeah, but this is definitely around 1913 era, and it's a great example, and it is really clean, and I am really happy to have it. It has a Dietz D-Light globe in it. It's an amber globe, and I like it. I don't have a new style globe yet. That should come eventually. It came with a Dietz D-Light globe when I bought it, because it's the same size, and that's fine. But the amber globe I purchased from another collector, John Wozniak, and very good price. Since it has cancer, it's not prime condition, so I paid a good price for it. Anyways, it works. Rock and roll, right? Absolutely. Fun stuff. So squat globes. Fun wide mouth squat globe lanterns from the 19-teens. Fun stuff. Over 100 years old. Burning just great and in excellent condition. Well, friends, I thank you again for joining me out here in the old time cave and continuing to subscribe and enjoy the content. I hope that you're all enjoying the content. A lot of you have reached out to me on Facebook and have expressed your appreciation for what I do out here. And I'm very touched, and I'm very honored that I am reaching an audience that enjoys old lanterns. So thank you so much. All right, friends, we'll be doing another video soon. I got something in the mail that I think you'll enjoy. It has something to do with rail lanterns. That's right. So stay tuned for the next edition of my channel and the time cave out here. All right, friends, have a good evening, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.